Welcome to the Explainer. So let's just dive right in, shall we? Have you ever stopped to think about how much money you might be missing out on for college simply because you forgot a single piece of paperwork? Well, today we're focusing on renewing your FAFSA for the 2026-2027 academic year. This explainer is basically your complete guide to securing the scholarships, grants, and federal student loans you absolutely need to fund your education. Let me just ask you, did you miss out on financial aid last year? Look, if you left money on the table, it is completely understandable. The rising costs of higher education can cause some serious anxiety. And let's be real, navigating the system isn't exactly intuitive. But understanding this renewal process is your ticket to keeping your college dreams affordable, and we want to make sure you don't miss out this time around. There's this massive trap we see returning students fall into all the time. It's the myth that you only need to apply once, or, my family makes way too much money to qualify again. Here's the reality. Financial aid is not automatically renewed. You actually have to reapply every single year. Furthermore, 29% of families mistakenly skip applying entirely just because of incorrect income assumptions. Even if you don't get need-based grants, filling out the FAFSA is often required for merit scholarships and federal loans. All right, so here is our roadmap for today. First, navigating deadlines. Second, prep and process. Third, the new rules under OBDA. And finally, post-submission next steps. Okay, Section 1, navigating deadlines. Let's make sure you don't miss out on that aid. June 30th, 2027. Right, that is the official federal deadline for the 2026-2027 FAFSA. But let me just stop you right there and warn you. This date, it is highly deceptive. If you actually wait until June 2027 to submit your application, you're going to be in for a really unpleasant surprise. See, while that federal deadline is super late, your state and school priority deadlines are usually way earlier. We're talking as early as January or February sometimes. Why does that actually matter? Well, because state grants and college-specific aid are frequently awarded on a first-come, first-served basis. If you wait around for the federal deadline, the money literally just runs out. Poof. So you've got to submit your FAFSA as close to its opening date as humanly possible. Moving right along to Section 2, prep and process. Time to get organized first. Okay, before you even think about sitting down at your keyboard, you need to gather your essentials. You're going to need your FSA ID, your bank statements, your social security number, and records of any untaxed income. But crucially, you absolutely need your 2025 tax returns. FAFSA uses what is called prior year tax information. Trust me, having all these documents sitting right next to you is going to make the whole workflow incredibly smooth. So here is the exact online workflow when you get to studentaid.gov. First up, make sure you log in specifically as the student. Second, verify your identity info. Just ensure your name and social security number perfectly match official records so you don't hit any annoying administrative delays. Third, use the Direct Data Exchange, or DDX. This thing is an absolute game changer. It securely and automatically pulls your 2025 IRS tax data right into the form, which helps you completely avert those common manual entry errors. And finally, just review everything and hit submit. All right, Section 3, the new rules under OBBA. Let's look at what's new for 2026-2027. So the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, or OBBA, is this sweeping piece of federal legislation that officially kicks in on July 1st, 2026. It fundamentally restructures federal loan limits, repayment plans, and grant eligibility for this upcoming academic year. We really need to take a close look at how this legally changes your financial aid opportunities. You'll definitely want to pay close attention to this strict new cutoff for federal Pell Grants. The Student Aid Index, or SAI, is basically the number colleges use to determine your financial need. Under OBBA, students are absolutely not getting a Pell Grant if their SAI is more than twice the maximum award. Since the maximum award is $7,395, that means if your SAI goes over $14,790, well, you hit the cutoff. Now let's talk about the new schedule of reductions. Your federal student loans are now proportionally reduced if you enroll less than full-time. So take 12 or more credits, boom, 100% of your loan amount. But drop to 9 credits and it's reduced to 88%. Drop to half-time, which is 6 credits, and it falls all the way to 75%. This is a huge shift, guys, so you must optimize your course schedule to maximize your eligible aid. There are also some pretty massive changes to borrowing limits. Under the old rules, remember, we had unlimited Grad Plus loans and super high Parent Plus limits.
Well, under OBBA, the Grad Plus program is entirely eliminated for new borrowers starting July 1st, 2026. Additionally, Parent Plus loans now face a strict new lifetime aggregate limit of $65,000 per dependent student.
Okay, take a breath. Don't panic if you're already midway through your degree. Thankfully, there's a legacy exception. If you were enrolled and actually received a loan prior to July 1st, 2026, you are protected. You get to keep borrowing under the old limits for up to 3 academic years, or the remaining length of your program, whichever is shorter. The catch? You gotta remain continuously enrolled. Taking a semester off breaks that continuous enrollment, and unfortunately, you will lose that legacy status, for sure. And finally, Section 4, Post-Submission Next Steps. Because nope, your job is not done just yet. Within just a few days of hitting submit, you absolutely must log back into your dashboard and review your FAFSA submission summary. This is the official document that outlines your calculated student aid index and your federal aid eligibility. It's literally crucial that you review this to ensure all the process data is perfectly accurate and, that the schools you actually picked received your info. But hey, what should you do if you read through that summary and realize, oh no, I made a mistake? Or worse, what if your family's financial situation has drastically changed recently, like a sudden job loss or a huge medical expense, meaning that 2025 tax data just doesn't reflect your current reality at all? Well, here are your actionable solutions. If it's just a simple typo, easy fix. You can just log back into studentaid.gov, open your form, and submit a correction right there online. But if you've experienced a major income change, you actually need to file a change in circumstances appeal directly with your school's financial aid office. I've actually seen real-life scenarios where a family business closed, and just by submitting this exact appeal, the financial aid office was able to adjust the income data and significantly bump up the student's education funding. It's a lifesaver. Now, if your college sends you a federal verification request document, please do not panic. Being selected for verification is actually very common. It honestly just means the financial aid office needs a little bit more tax documentation, like an official IRS transcript, just to double-check your numbers. Provide exactly what they ask for as quickly as possible so your aid isn't delayed. As we wrap up this explainer, I do want to leave you with a really important professional disclaimer. While we've definitely covered the FAFSA renewal process extensively today, every single student's financial situation is totally unique. So always consult official resources at studentaid.gov, or just go speak directly with your school's financial aid office for personalized assistance with your complex situations. I mean, they're literally there to help you out. So are you ready to secure your future? Honestly, renewing your FAFSA early and accurately is the single best way to ensure you have the funds you need for the upcoming year. Don't wait on this. Log in, apply today, and please share this explainer with your classmates and peers so they can maximize their financial aid too. Thanks so much for learning with me today, and hey, best of luck with your upcoming semester.